connotations, but in a sexy way. Actually, everything I do is sexy. I also don't think I've ever been wrong about anything in my life. I don't think I've ever made a mistake. And I think that...
What about your ex?
Like that? That was...
That was a choice, actually. Hi, I'm Nevada.
And I'm Daniel.
And this is Big in a Small Town Podcast.
Episode 2.
Here we go. What? Hi, you guys.
You guys, it's really... I'm honestly really excited that we're back for episode 2.
So quick. We just released episode 1 last week.
And we had episode 2 ready to release. And we re-listened to it. And I realized that I was chopped. And I didn't want to do that.
We changed our mind last minute. So it's actually... We release episodes every Monday. It is Friday night. I was going to go karaoke. Now I'm sitting with my lover, my gay boyfriend, Daniel, my little gay boyfriend.
And I'm here with my girlfriend.
And yeah, we just decided to have like a cozy night in and talk to y'all instead because we have been going through some things. But before we get into those things that we're going through, because we want to help you get through it. This is a bad explanation.
We're going to go through it so that you don't have to go through it.
There we go.
We're helping you. You just watch us go through it, and then you can realize I don't need to do that.
Learn from our choices and mistakes. That's all you need to do.
And in this episode, what we're going to be talking about is how to stop beating the dead horse when you're really enjoying beating the dead horse.
We all love a good beating of the dead horse.
And sometimes... you just can't help but beat it a few more times.
Me and Daniel have like beat the dead horses so many times. It could be considered animal abuse. We check the pulse. The vet tech checked the pulse. The veterinarian checked the pulse. The pulse is not there.
And that was 6 months ago.
So why do we still choose violence?
And there we go again, talking about the same things over and over and over. So how do we break the cycle and choose to be different when we feel like we're just stuck in the same loop of things?
How do we close that loop? We're gonna tell you our tips and tricks of how to close that loop. But first, we know you guys loved it.
My favorite game.
This is a little game we like to call Gay
Or Sick in the Head.
Welcome,
ding, ding.
welcome. If this is your first episode tuning in, this is a game we like to call Gay or Sick in the Head. Since this is still a new podcast, we just like to categorize things in our life as gay or sick in the head. So I wrote down some things. Since Daniel did it during the last episode, I'm going to do it for this episode.
I'm so nervous.
So the first one is this gay or sick in the head? When a guy hands a girl poppers but is straight. Let me expand. If you're hooking up with a man, this is in a straight combo, like a hetero combo. So the guy and the girl are like hooking up, right? And then the guy brings out poppers. Is it gay or sick in the head?
And he's just like...
and he's straight.
Surprise.
And he's straight. Yeah, he's just like, I got these poppers. Want to use them?
And you're just like... whoa, surprise, surprise. To me, it's gay. So unbelievably gay. It's kind of scary gay. Because why are you doing that? What?
How did you learn about that?
Nobody knows what that is. I'm getting like overheated thinking about how uncomfortable that would be to be a woman in that situation.
But what if the woman didn't even know what poppers were? Because that's how not ingrained in the gay culture she is.
Then I feel bad for her because she doesn't even know how gay he really is. Oh, what a smooth criminal. He's like
the girl is so straight And he's like, I have these things. And she's like, what are those? And he's like, poppers. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, what are they? Like, she just has no idea.
That's a blindside.
Girl, you don't know what you just got yourself involved with. I've never done poppers. I know what they are.
I'm gay, so I know. I was born knowing what they are.
So your determination is?
Oh my god, that it's gay.
It's gay.
Which,
okay. So
yeah, just keep going.
okay.
I'm still getting whiplash from the first one.
Okay, is this gay or sick in the head? Canceling on a date night
Okay.
to hang out with your homeboys.
That's sick in the head.
Yeah, I would
Okay,
agree.
do you know why it's sick in the head?
Why?
Well, I mean, I don't really think that it's gay because like men be doing that all the time. They have their boys and they hang out and whatever. But the sickness is like, what kind of a man doesn't show up? I need a man, like I need a real man who's gonna actually show up. You can go hang out with your friends when we don't have plans.
I need a man.
I'm looking for a real man with real muscles and a real six-pack. Not this prosthetic. Not this AI bullshit that we have going around town.
We don't need that AI prosthetic peen or wiener. I've never said that before.
I wheezed.
I've never said that before. I don't know where I thought that.
That's funny. But like literally, like this,
It's
these
not
AI
necessary.
men have to go. We need a real man.
Keep your word and keep your fucking calendar straight. So
Just like your sexuality.
yeah. Yeah.
I know why people don't. I know why there were a little bit of negative comments now about this podcast because people are getting triggered if they're gay or sick in the head.
They're triggered. Oh, that's why they couldn't
That-
get past 5 minutes, because the first 5 minutes.
Is
That makes sense. Okay.
it's triggering.
This is okay, we're on to the next one.
Like, hey, I've actually done that.
Oh my god.
Am I sick in the head?
And we're all
That's messed up. No, you're gay.
you're gay. And they're like, oh, fuck this shit.
Turns off the podcast.
Fuck these headphones. Hooking up with someone in their 40s and
Okay.
someone in their 20s in the same 24 hours.
Whoa.
Is that gay
Oh,
or a sickness?
I think you just stumped me, mama. Wait, is that... I feel like you're probably... What if you're like... No, that means... Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, I think that makes you... Which I can identify with, not with this scenario, but with the concept of being both gay and sick in the head. How do you choose? You have to be gay and sick in the head to do that.
I think it's both.
You have to be on the rainbow, LGBTQ plus, and so sick in the head.
Yeah, that's both. It's some things will be both.
That one got me good.
So you would say both.
Did you just? I don't even need to know how these are coming about.
Yeah,
I just need to play the game.
yeah, this is just a game. Okay, and last one.
Okay.
Paying on a first date with a gift card, and the gift card is to a taqueria, and you're paying with multiple gift cards.
Oh, yeah. I would say you're probably gay. Yeah.
And what's gay about paying with the gift card on a first date?
I just think, like, if you're one of the girls or the gays, like, you just had a long week. You're exhausted. And your eyeliner's all screwed up. Your lashes are on backwards. You're missing your lip gloss. And you have, like, 25 gift cards. But, like, you show up for the date because you are a real one. You're going to show up. But as you're showing up, like, you're realizing, I don't know, it's just something in the chaos of it. Like, it's the girls and the gays.
Yeah.
Like, you're showing up and you're like, oh, shoot, like, I actually forgot I lost my card last weekend. I didn't replace it because I'm just living that life.
And my ID.
and my ID. So I have my passport and I have my 12 gift cards. Like that. And I also dyed my hair purple last week. Like, to me, it's giving gay.
Nothing's together.
Like,
Everything's
it's
falling
like
apart.
you're probably also a barista.
And last week your hair was blue.
Yeah.
And last year you shaved your head.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's just kind of where we're at.
So it is?
Gay.
It's
yeah.
gay behavior. Wow. A successful time for our second gay or sick in the head. What we will be talking about today about beating the dead horse is we
How to
both struggle. We're talking about how to stop beating the dead horse.
It's been a fun moment.
It's been a fun moment. I have been dealing with a lot of things. Daniel has been dealing with a lot of things. I call Daniel a lot to ask for advice. So I'd love to kind of talk through some things that I've been dealing with, and then Daniel's going to talk about the things that he's been dealing with lately, because we both just be dealing with things and it's hard sometimes.
It's hard to be a human being with emotions.
It is and it's hard to like have it's hard to put pressure on yourself to think you're better than just being a human and experiencing human emotions. I get mad at myself
like
a lot.
when you think you can out therapy having like an emotional response to something.
Yes.
Or, if I journal enough about this, like it won't affect me, or I'm invincible. And then you go through things and you get stronger, and still really you still experience those strong emotions and those same experiences. It's just your reaction to them changes, right? Or like your ability to cope. But sometimes I've gotten in my head thinking like I can outthink this. I can outgame it.
Yes. Or if I could think about it fast, so then I could get through it fast.
Yes. Yeah, like, if I just think the logical thing and do my therapy thing and journal, then like I'm just gonna be over it in 2 minutes.
Yeah. I'm trying to speed run this healing process, but guess what? Healing doesn't have a timeline. So you can't speed run it, unfortunately. I've tried, coming from experience. The thing that I've been dealing with recently is insecurity, I think.
Such a big one.
Just who's not insecure? Who hasn't dealt with being insecure?
I think so my big thing is I think that being a deeply insecure person as a personality trait or as like a character flaw in general is a big red flag in relationships, because we talked about this before, but if you're insecure and you don't love yourself in like very many different categories, you can't love another person, because all those things that you pick out about yourself that you critique, you're going to critique in them. But even when you heal all of your insecurities, we all still have pressure points.
Yes.
And certain things are going to like push on those old wounds, and those pressure points, like those healed insecurities, you'll feel the aches and pains of them from before, or like those low blows. Like our bodies are strong, but we still have sensitive areas.
Yes.
So what's going on with that?
Okay. Amal, where do I even start? Where do you think it started with me, just so I can gather my mind? Like, what have you been hearing?
I feel like when you're taught, like this past week when you've been talking to me, it's been a lot about like what, almost like in a sense of like maybe not a like amount, but like being perceived well or liked well, and the consequences of like when you put something out there, you put yourself out there, and there's negative feedback or like a shutdown response to your ideas, or like who you are as a person, and wanting like your Rotten Tomatoes review on the movie to be like 90%, and when it's like 70%, you're like, ooh,
yeah,
I didn't like that it wasn't perfect reviews.
Okay, yes. So that has jolted me back into what I've been struggling with when I quit my job last year to go all in on myself and be a content creator and only answer to me and not have a boss and all these things, I started putting myself out there more, which is amazing because I've come across so many opportunities. I've met so many amazing people. And with the positives, there's also this other part, the knife part, that is I'm putting myself out there more. So now I'm not only open to positive reviews, but negative reviews. I have seen hate comments online. Like I get hate comments on TikTok, or I've seen hate comments on Facebook, or hate comments on other people. Like when I was on a podcast recently, No Santiago's podcast, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's another local podcaster in the area, but in his clips that he released on the internet, there's some negative comments, and it kind of started getting in my head. And it's not just the negative comments online either. I had a situation that I kind of processed publicly on a TikTok live, and there was like 60 viewers, and like people were commenting, and then the people that I was talking about was like on the live kind of taunting me. And that situation made me feel super exposed and made me realize like, whoa, maybe I shouldn't process things real time on the internet because I'm not healed from it. So I shouldn't put myself in a vulnerable position online. And it's all a learning process, which I'm okay with. I realized it's not a good idea to put myself in vulnerable situations online. I'm still learning how to be vulnerable and authentic on the external world, like on the internet and in real life. I do live shows. So I realized part of me creates this persona that is online. And in real life, when I'm performing on stage, I have a persona that is a little bit exaggerated or maybe even performative. It's almost like a little bit of an alter ego and alter persona that I can step into to protect myself from being scrutinized for being me. Because then if I'm like me all the time and I'm scrutinized, then I'm like, oh, they just don't fuck with me. Versus if I put forward a persona of like an exaggerated version or a version that's not truly me, then if they don't like that version, or if they do like that version, it doesn't matter because it's not fully me. But the struggle that I have had is just in my own head, being in my own head and judging myself, and also reading comments or reading negativity or paying attention or giving power to just negative outside opinions. And also the opinions that I give energy to aren't always negative. Sometimes giving energy to the positive opinions are just as
it can be detrimental because it sort of like creates the winner's complex that like getting a positive response is the goal, and then let's say you get no response, then even that is now a failure. Neutrality. Let's say like somebody watches something that you put out and they're like, oh, that was good, like I'm gonna like it, but maybe they don't comment and they just kind of are like, oh, okay, that was cool.
Yeah.
And they don't have much of a extreme positive or negative response. Now that's a new failure.
Yes. And I couldn't describe more. That is exactly how it feels. Like sometimes I just get in my head and I'm paying attention to the numbers and I'm paying attention to the engagement and the stats and the analytics, because part of my success does depend on engagement or people being involved and just involved with what I put online. Like if I'm posting and I'm constantly getting 0 or like low view count or like count or whatever, like, I mean, at least this is what this is the agreement that I've made in my head, is like, if it is not a lot, then I'm like not gonna get success. Like I won't get paid collaborations if I don't keep this up, or I won't get opportunities like I have in the past if I'm not like popping off all the time. So it's just this toxic relationship with posting and then judging myself and just getting in my head, and then ultimately feeling insecure. A lot of it is comparison, comparing myself to a version that I'm not fully at yet, like the version of me that is getting, or like that is going viral more often, or that gets a lot of comments or like a lot of likes, like that version of me that is on the next level. I compare myself to the version of me that doesn't even exist yet, and then I get upset, like, oh, why am I not doing good like I know I could be, or that I will be one day? Or even in the past, like if I've gone viral before, I'm like, okay, like why can't I do more?
Yeah, like why can't I just create this every time?
Yes,
Yeah.
why can't I create this every time? You're so good at verbalizing some things. I'm
just listening. I'm like, yeah, it's really frustrating to like put something out there and then like to get negative feedback and response back from that, when like you're trying to be genuine, and then maybe in some parts you're trying to protect yourself from scrutiny, and then when the scrutiny comes, or just like the overwhelming attention that comes with like, oh, I love it, I hate it, I love it, I hate it, and then being whiplashed around in that like chaos of emotions from everyone else, and how to keep your self-belief through all of that, despite like the ups and the downs, because it's a very like polarizing, unpredictable type of space to exist in.
Yes.
Especially when you are in an energy where you're like starting to feel like you're trying to depend on it, or like work with it or engage with it. It's like you're dancing and creating and like working with a new energy that's like you're still perfecting the craft of working with.
Yes. And to add to that too is, while I'm figuring it out, not only am I figuring it out, but there's so much going on in the world right now. It almost, for me at least, when I'm posting online and I want to inspire people and empower people to live bold, authentic lives, but when there's all this shit going on in the world, I'm like, oh my gosh, is it okay to still be me still? Like, is my message good enough? Like,
I consider that to be like Christian guilt, because I remember whenever there's something going on in the world that like, and also like the savior complex guilt, like whenever there's something going on in the world that's like goes against your moral values, that you feel like, oh gosh, like I really wish people weren't going through that, and then you maybe have this self-belief that you have the ability to fix everything, and if you're posting about like your happiness or your life, or you're trying to give like a motivational speech, that it's almost like you're that like, I don't know how to say this, but almost like that Taylor Swift character, or like that blonde ditzy character where like their life is so privileged and everything is so perfect that they pay no mind to when people are going through things. And it's like, does me continuing to do what I need to do distract from these other heavier things going on? Like, is it okay for me to continue my mission in spite of everything else going on, or do I need to pause? Like, am I a bad person for not pausing?
Yes.
Like, do I have to suffer because other people are suffering, or like, is it okay for me to be happy?
Is it okay for me to still express myself and the things that I'm going through while all this other shit is coming to light? Because that's another part of my values, is self-expression.
Yep.
I need to be able to express myself creatively. I love making videos. This podcast is like such a new dear part of my life. I'm so thankful to get to do it with one of my best friends. And it's such a blessing to be able to express ourselves and to be able to talk about the things that we're going through online, because the part that I want to get to is the how do I stop comparing myself? How do I stop being insecure, quote unquote, for those who are just listening? But how do I combat these things so that I don't have to let the fear hold me back from continuing forward, from persevering, from like, I don't want to stop creating because of the fear of not being good enough, or the fear of judgment, or the fear of hate comments. Like I want to keep being me, but the thing that I've been struggling with is continuing to create despite what is being said about me online. So that's when I call Daniel. I'm like, Daniel, what do I do?
Right.
And he's been giving me some good advice. So
I think something that like really came up recently was, I feel like some of the comments, like negative comments about the two of us and the podcast, and certain things that I don't even know. I don't even read the negative comments, to be honest.
he doesn't even pay attention.
And the reason why is because like I don't care. Like I know that people are so biased, and that someone's gonna look at me and not like me just because I'm gay, and they can't even get through the gay and the sick and the head part because they're homophobic.
And that's why we put it there.
And
That's not why.
I mean, hey, and for me, like, if I can't express who I am, and if I can't be gay, and if that is like the deterrent for someone, like barrier to entry into my life or whatever, and that's as much as they're gonna get to know about me, then they're really gonna miss out on a lot. And so if people are coming at us with the negative comments, like I really don't care, because I know who I am. I sit with myself every day, and I'm proud of what I've done. I admit my mistakes. I'm very public, and I'm very open about my mistakes and about the choices that I've made. And I even did that in episode 1. Like, it's not always easy to admit that, like, hey, I did do this to this person. Hey, I do act like this sometimes.
Yeah.
And being okay when people agree and are like, hey, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's like, yeah, I know. But what I guess with these, like, with the anything can have a positive, or any reaction like has an equal react, or what is it?
Any reaction has an equal,
like any whatever.
whatever the saying is. You guys know what we're talking
I
about.
barely passed physics, okay?
Energy has an equal force
Yeah, period.
and an equal velocity.
Period.
You can't stop a velocity from inertia.
Girl, where it goes, it goes. Where it grows, it shows. I didn't mean it like that.
When it grows, it shows. Help.
Send help.
Help. Like, what are we talking about again?
Just continue.
Um,
You're negative. Get that out.
Get it out. Okay,
Stop.
So sometimes when I'm being
Stop being negative.
oh,
Sorry, I was just
No, you're-
dramatizing. I'm getting really hot. And
it's the light.
but I was born hot, so it's like not anything new.
You should be used to this.
I'm sorry, like I'm being so not. We're talking about how there are heavy things in the world, and I'm complaining that I'm hot. Like,
Here we go again. But honestly, like, being hot is hard sometimes.
no, it is like hot.
We have to bat them away.
Like, someone one time released a music video, and it was like, hot girls, we have problems too. We're just like you,
We are.
except we're hot.
What I would say for dealing with feelings of insecurity, or feeling like you're not good enough, or dealing with hate comments, I just always have to reframe or focus on something else. Because the beating the dead horse part in my case is like, I keep paying attention to the negative thoughts. I'm stuck in this negative thought pattern of like, I'm not good enough. I'm feeling insecure. What I do is never good. Like, it's mainly about not being freaking good enough. And I was dealing with the same shit at this exact same time last year. I did not feel good enough. I felt like I was just failing at everything I tried. I felt like I wasn't living in alignment.
Oh my God, I remember that.
It was a whole thing at this time last year. And I finally was able to, what changed was give myself the self-worth that I was seeking on the outside. And I think I'm realizing in this very moment, maybe that's what I've been doing a little bit, is I've been seeking for validation from people online, from the comments, from whatever it is.
Oh, like you gave yourself the self-worthiness to pursue content creation.
Yes.
But you didn't give yourself the permission to, like, you're not giving yourself the credibility for the content that you put out. You're relying on the audience to tell you that what you said or what you feel is important, instead of you saying, I like what I put out, I'm good with it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, exactly. Because, and the thing is too, and what I feel like I preach with my friend, like if my friend's going through something, I'm like, girl, you are good enough. You are so important. You are magic. Everybody that's in my life, like, I would hype them up so much. If anybody came to me and said that they were dealing with the things that I'm going through, I would be like, tell those thoughts to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them to shut the fuck up, because there's no room for doubt. There is no room for doubt in your life. I mean, does that stop the doubt from creeping in?
No, the issue, and that's why we are addicted to beating the dead horse.
That's why we're addicted, because we're stuck in this freaking loop that keeps us going. But when we realize we're in the loop, then we can do something to change it, such as changing the thought, or changing the space, or changing whatever it is. I feel like I'm kind of bouncing all around, but I guess I'll give one solid example to kind of wrap it up. Is if I am feeling not good enough and I just posted a video and I'm online and I'm like refreshing the page, waiting to see if people comment, if people engage, like, do people like it? Do they not? Like, do I need to delete it? Do I need to repost at a later time? Girl, get off the fucking internet. Just get off. Go and get a hobby.
Go and get a hobby.
Go and get a hobby.
Look at you.
Take
your own advice.
I need my own advice. I need to get a fucking hobby, because I am constantly looking at the results in this scenario, and I just need to get a hobby. I need to go outside, go on a walk, talk to a friend, call someone and ask them how their day is. Call someone. Like, there's so many things that I can do instead of focus on what is
like, oh, does
bothering
it have
me.
200 views yet? Did they comment? What did they say? Oh, they're commenting negative things. Should I delete it? Should I keep it up? Like,
even seeing who's liking my story. I'm guilty of being obsessive, like watching who watches my story.
I haven't noticed that a bit, but that's okay.
That's such a single person behavior. That's like obsessed with what others people think. With others
Refresh.
Yeah.
Because the most recent viewers are at the top, and when you see their name shift around, some girls be going crazy.
You shouldn't say that. That secret isn't for everyone. I mean, if you're listening, you deserve to know. The secret.
Everybody knows that.
Nobody knows that. Everybody I've ever talked to, I taught you that. You didn't know. No, I literally, every person, someone taught me that.
Oh.
And I did not know it. And I was like, what the heck? But yeah, if you view someone's story, the most recent viewers go to the top. So if you watch my story and then rewatch it later, I probably saw that you did that, because I'm paying attention, because I'm crazy. Sick in the head. You're sick in the head to check who watched your story 30 times a day.
Okay, yeah, that's
minimum.
Girl.
Get a hobby.
That's a hobby you need to get.
That's a hobby that I have, and I need to stop that hobby. To wrap up, what I'm dealing with is insecurity, comparison. There's lots of shit and a lot of noise going on, and it can get overwhelming. Oh, the last part I wanted to mention is how it feels like my nervous system is under attack.
That's what it is.
It feels like my nervous system it's detecting a threat of violence, or like, it literally feels like violence. It feels like someone's going to attack me physically, and my nervous system is like, ah, ah. It feels like shock. Like when I read a hate comment online, sometimes it literally feels like shock. Like my body feels like fight or flight mode. And I want to flight. A lot of the times I want to just flight. I want to get out. Like I literally want to get out of town. I want to shut up. I want to disappear off the face of the earth. And I don't want to feel like I want to disappear off the face of the earth because I get in my own head about it. So, Daniel, I know you deal with beating certain dead horses.
I have a few
What
dead
dead
horses
are you
that I feel like I have been circling the drain with, that I have beat the horse to death, revived the horse, killed it again, beat it again to death, revived it again, and then beat it again, and then buried it, and then found out, wait, I should unbury it and beat it again.
And then you'll literally unbury it.
And I will dig it up.
No, Daniel's so good at beating the dead horse.
Yeah.
He's like pro.
Like, so I
Olympic level.
Like, if I could tell you, if my issues were 100 graves in a graveyard with 100 horses that I beat to death, okay, I, like, for 98 of the horses, I bury them so peacefully. And I'm just like, I could forget about you. I could care less about you or about the situation. And I bury it so cold, stone deep that people are like, whoa, that's savage. But then there's like 1 or 2 horses that circle up in my life. And I just like go a maniac, like beating even the dirt, trying to dig up the horses. Like, yeah, like I'm a very peaceful person for all, like 98% of the horses, but there's 2 horses. I mean, there's not actually 2 horses. I'm just like saying, like
symbolic horses.
Yeah, symbolic horses. Of like, there's a few things that I really ruminate on, and when I do, like it has been bad. And I would say for me, like the overall theme of the dead horse that I've beat the most is I feel like I've learned how to accept myself. I feel like I have learned to love who I am. I'm very, like, a very happy person, very giddy, always laughing. And I'm very confident in the ways that I portray myself, in the ways in which, like, I may or may not be liked or perceived. Like, that part I'm okay with. Even in dating, like, I'm okay, like, knowing that people will or won't like me. I'm like, oh, if this guy thinks I'm this or thinks I'm that, like, I don't really care unless I do. And there are a few, like, circumstances where, like, because I care and love so deeply, that when I really, like, get into my emotional and soft side of things and really dig into, like, the humanity that I do feel for people in deep friendships and relationships, like, I do care a lot. And that's when I get really triggered if, for instance, that person decides that, like, maybe they, like, don't want to be with me anymore, or they, like, abandon me, or they decide that, like, I'm not the one for them, or they just stop talking to me. Like, I really beat myself up over that. And for whatever reason, like, that abandonment is like a trigger and a wound, I guess, that is so hard for me to get over. Like, I take it really, really personally, and it's something that, like, I beat the dead horse about, because I keep thinking that, like, because I don't care about so many other things, and I can joke online and have an online presence about, like, oh, I terrorize men is, like, one of my jokes. And, like, but the reality is like, when I really care, like, I terrorize myself about it. And really
Terrorize yourself, like what?
Like I beat myself up that I wasn't perfect in a relationship or good enough for them to want to stay.
Like, wait, go into that a little bit more.
God, I don't want to cry right now, but like, I think I tell myself that, like, if I were, like, so as great as I think that I am, and I were worthy enough and handsome enough and, like, beautiful on the inside and out, and, like, so loving and lovable, that like there's no way that someone wouldn't want to be with me, and so, or that someone would want to leave me. And so when someone does leave me, like I think about all the ways in which like I beat myself up about how I wasn't perfect or good enough, or that if I like could just continue to work on it and like be a better person, that then that situation wouldn't have been the way that it was. Or it's sort of like in school, I think about it a lot of medicine, because like school and medicine was something that I went into and something that I was always so good in, because my brain works so well and I could always count on myself to do well in school, that if I just tried hard enough and I just pushed myself, that I would learn the medicine and I would do good at my job, which is true. And it's something that I can do in medicine. It's like you put in this amount of time studying and then you perform on the test. And I could always rely on my brain to do that.
Yes.
And I could control it. But then I would do the same thing in relationships, or like with trying to like be a better person. And sometimes like you're just like not enough, or like that person just won't choose you. And it's not like a test, or it's not like a skill that you can perfect when you're dealing with relationships. And like learning to realize that you're not perfect and like letting something go, like, and wanting things to be different, like that really like hurts my heart.
Yeah, because it's like you're trying, unlike being a doctor or being a PA, you can't, there's no amount of studying or like working on yourself. Sometimes things just don't work out. But what you're dealing with is like what you, or I guess what you were dealing with was like, okay, well, if I had done this, would it have been different? If I did this, could it have worked out? Like, well, what if I just changed this part of me, and then maybe if I can show them that I've changed, then they'll take me back or something.
Right. And I think in episode 1, like I listened to it and loved it. I was like so into it. But one thing that I noticed myself doing was like beating the dead horse again, because I mentioned 2 things which I think are funny, but also like something that like I guess sometimes weighs heavily on me, and other times like it's not a big deal to me. But when I mentioned like the burning of the business card and being blocked for the first time in my life, like those are things that like actually really messed with my head.
They did. When, like, to take you guys back, when those things happened to Daniel, which I'm not ragging on him for, it was like the topic of conversation for like months. But like like I have been there though. Like I am like you or me, I am you. Like
I almost spit out my coconut water.
No, but like but that just shows like the impact it had.
It meant a lot to me, yeah.
It meant a lot. And it's like sometimes you gotta fucking revisit and beat that horse, because it's like, yeah, why did they leave? Like, why did they leave me? We were perfect.
Right, like that's like the things that I tell myself, you know. So, or told myself, right? And like, yeah, months. We're talking, we beat this dead horse for months, and with this
over a year,
and with this person
over
that I'm talking
now.
about, like we collectively, him and I beat the dead horse together. Like he did too, until he blocked me. Like
yeah,
we were beating the dead horse together.
you guys are both beating that same horse.
And the sick part about the whole thing, which like I'm not like, I've been so much better about not beating the dead horse and like letting it go. I've grown so much in that way, because I don't even really know what to say, but like basically just to give like a summary without even really talking too much about it. But I went I found myself back in Mexico, like traveling coincidentally, and met up with a friend of this doctor, befriended this friend. Maybe
And the doctor, you guys, the doctor is the guy who he's been beating the dead horse about, just for your information.
was
beating the dead horse.
But what kind of what triggered me was the fact that like I had this sort of romance with this one person 6 hours away in a different town, and mind you, I'm blocked. I had no idea that they were connected really at all, and then I come to find out halfway through that they are, and then we basically I ended up like
He gets reunited with Dr. Man, Dead Horse Man.
after in between filming episode 1 and filming episode 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't really affect me. Like when I ran into him, like I was really like genuinely happy for him that we had both moved on, and I felt like we were truly strangers in that moment. And it was so weird to go from like it's like that song, how can we be friends? No. Oh, well, sort of like let's just move on and be friends, but it's the like, how can we go back to being friends when we just shared a bed? It was like that.
Oh.
It was like we're strangers, but we're not, and it's like weird. And now I know you're a friend. The whole thing is so weird. But the part, like, I came back home and I was like moving on with my life, and then the part in which I was like totally detached and totally like moved on from the situation. I had even
so he thought.
I thought like I had released this situation. Like, how many times can I beat this dead horse? Like, how many times can he beat the dead horse with me? Like, I was like, I'll never see this man again. Like, it's fine. And then when we were reunited, I was like, okay, good. Like, the chapter's over. We're done. I'm blocked. Life is great. Until I'm like going through my Instagram feed one day and I saw that he had unblocked me, and I had this time the part where I realized like the beating of the dead horse came in was this time. Now I had to use my own self-restraint to not be the dead horse, to not reach out to him, like to just deal with my emotions myself instead of like last time burning the business card, like doing all these theatrics. And I like the part that like, if I'm being truthful to myself, like that kind of opened up something for me, because now like I have to actually deal with those feelings, like knowing that I could potentially reach out if I so desired. Now I have to be healed enough to choose to not reach out. And that was a new layer, I guess, of healing for me in the situation that I didn't think would matter, but then it led to me re-beating the horse again, and it just felt like a failure and a setback.
I feel that, because what's happening is this whole time you're blocked, so you don't have to hold restraint from hitting him up because you're blocked. You literally can't.
Yeah, I can't see anything. I couldn't look to see like if there's anything going on, and I didn't want to. I was like, I'm blocked. I get it. I'm gonna respect that boundary.
And now that you're unblocked, it's low-key like the thought enters your mind of, okay, well, like...
The toxic comes back. Like, I feel the toxic, not right now, but like when I noticed it, like, because I don't check his page, but like his post showed up on my feed. I was like, what is this? And it like kind of showed me that like now is the time where like I truly have to heal from it myself. And it like I felt those tendencies coming back to want to beat the dead horse, and this time like I have to choose to, even though I have or will have or have had certain feelings, to just be like, okay, like we're noticing these feelings and we're not going to do what we've done before, because like I have changed.
Yeah.
But that trigger in me, that abandonment, that like being blocked and all that stuff, like maybe that's still there, and that's where we're gonna talk about like, how do you not beat that dead horse again? Like, how do you in other words, how do you let go of a situation that you keep revisiting that's almost holding you back from moving on to live the next chapter of your life, or heal and just grow and enter the new phase? Because sometimes we keep beating the dead horse because we're not ready to jump on that new horse. And trust me,
aren't you ready to jump on the horse?
No, I am.
What is the horse that we want to jump on? Love for you.
I think yeah, like I want to turn a new leaf with love. Like I really do. I've said that to myself. I've said that since the new year. Like this is a year about like me really like embodying what it means to love and to be loved in a romantic relationship, and to like undo and let like the waves of the past kind of crash and roll over me. And I'm tired. Like I'm just tired of like, I'm honestly, yeah, I'm really tired of beating the dead horse when it comes to like putting myself through these like romantic situations, whether it's like my fugly ex or this guy who's honestly great, like whatever, no bad blood, but just like when do I get like the good part of like choosing someone and being with someone where like it's good for me and it's in alignment with me? And when do I like stop abandoning myself to like in the pursuit of love?
When do you stop abandoning yourself?
Right now.
Period.
Like right now, this is what this episode is about. Like it's not about beating the dead horse. It's about like how to process the fact that like, okay, I did beat that dead horse. I own it. I killed it 10 times.
What are you going to do now?
That's great. Like exactly. What are you going to do now? And like well, should we just get into it? Like the things that I'm doing differently this time?
Yes. And this is our being bigger part of the episode. Like, of course,
like we're so much bigger than that.
We're bigger than that. We're bigger than beating the dead horse. Sometimes when you live in a small town, there's not a lot of places you can go to escape beating the dead horse. Like, okay, let's just say you are in the same friend group. Mm-hmm. Everybody has their lives, and there's things that happen in your lives, and then you just keep revisiting those things because it's the only thing you have to talk about.
Yeah, and it's like the same drama from 10 years ago in your small little town that just keeps circling and around, and it's like, okay, like that's great, but like how do we like truly move on and be bigger in the sense of like more healed, maybe? Like,
yes,
how do we just like maybe accept and honor the past as it affects the present, but like not get emotional and like talk bad about others and put other people down to boost ourselves up? Like, how do we just take our own accountability and like be the bigger person for ourselves? Like, when do we put the whip down and just be like, you know what, if you want to beat me, I make me the horse, whatever, I don't care at this point. Like, I'm tired. I'm
done. We stopped beating a certain dead horse of ours.
Oh yeah,
we had a dead horse that we I think beat for, or at least I was beating it for a long time, and then one day I just decided
and then
to stop.
I joined in a little bit to beat the horse at the end. I was like, oh, this is fun. And then Nevada was like, what if we just don't like put this person down or like beat the dead horse about what XYZ happened? And I was like, no, you're right. Like, what do they like? What does that do for us or for them? And do they even deserve that? Like, what does that say about them? Nothing. What does that say about us? A lot.
It says that we're stuck in the past.
Yeah.
It says that we need to get a hobby.
Exactly.
and do something different.
And that's where like what does beating the dead horse about something really say about the other person? Not that much.
Not that
like,
much.
It's if you're beating the dead horse talking about someone else, what you're really admitting is that you have that issue within you.
Oof.
And that's the hard part about beating the dead horse too, is when you, like, we both just recognized, okay, yeah, maybe we have that tendency to beat the dead horse, and then you realize you're there beating the dead horse. Then it's kind of like an embarrassment of like, how do I stop? Like, let me stop beating the dead horse. Like, I don't want to be like this, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you tell me, what are you going to do differently, even if you have the urge or the itch or the inclination that like that whip is getting pretty tempting? Like, what if I beat the dead horse? How do you say, like, even if you have that urge or that like pressure point like we were talking about earlier, how do you still deal and battle with those emotions but choose to be different?
Yeah. And I think the dead horse just to bring it back, that I'm trying to stop beating is like the battle of like being good enough. And it's almost like two different types of beating of the dead horse. Like Daniel has a situation that he kept revisiting because it's like, okay, this isn't like, it's a situational thing. And then mine is like
but a recurring situation. It was
but a recurring situation.
And like recurring like encounters with this guy, but then just aside from this guy, like I had the tendency with this before.
Yes.
Like not being able to let go.
Yes. And mine is like an ongoing battle inside. Like the horse is haunting me.
Oh.
I feel like the horse is haunting
and
me.
So you beat it as revenge. You're like, I'm not scared of you.
Yeah.
But it's like you're going to bed and the horse is coming out of the grave for you.
It's like a scary horse. Like I'm scared of my horse. Like I'm beating like I don't even know how to describe it, but you guys get what I mean. It's battling insecurity, it's battling self-worth, and it's constant, and it's a constant ongoing battle that I'm with, but it's a battle that I'm choosing to keep fighting.
Yeah.
I can stop fighting the battle by choosing new thoughts to inherit. Inhabit. Whatever. I don't know where I was going with that. I can choose new thoughts instead of constantly giving attention and energy to the thoughts of I'm not good enough, or the comments that is she even from here? That's
the nail on the head. Like the more that you engage with it and add fuel to it, the more that it comes back to haunt you.
Yes. I need to so this is what I'm going to do going forward when I start to get that I'm not good enough feeling about posting content, because it has stopped me from posting content. I have not posted as much in the past month as I have in the past like few months, because I started getting in my head about not being good enough and being afraid to express myself. So what I'm going to do now going forward is, one, recognize that I'm starting to get scared. I'm starting to get scared, and I don't want to post because out of fear of not being good enough. Instead of doing nothing and letting the fear, because usually what this actually looks like in my life, like where's the front? What this actually looks like in my life is me when I get afraid to post or like create. I'm literally just sitting in my room. I'm sitting in my room thinking about how not good enough I am.
Oh.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's sad. Like,
and that's like the other side of the creator's world that people don't see, is like that, like the feedback like does affect, and the fear and the perception and all that, like you said, like sitting in your room, like it can, like the pushback can be more, like can be overwhelming.
And I'll literally, it will destabilize me. My nervous system will be so out of whack that all I can do is just lay there and doom scroll and think about how I'm not good enough. I literally, sometimes I have to force myself to get up and get out of bed and like walk around the block or call a friend or something. I've been trying to call friends, and then at the same time I get embarrassed about calling my friends because I'm like, oh my God, I'm still going through this fucking shit. Like, why am I still being insecure? Why am I still...
Oh, trust me, I know.
I'm
like, hey, can I talk about... They're like, again?
Okay, just to let you know, I never feel like that.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I hope you don't feel like that.
I feel like so many people are just so tired of it.
No, like, the thing is like, I get it though. Like, I understand what it's like to need to beat the fucking horse beat the light out of its eyes that are already dead. I know exactly what it's like. How do you think I feel every fucking day, feeling like I need to call a friend for help? Because I probably do. I probably call a friend every fucking day for help.
Sorry.
And sometimes I like I'm like crying thinking about this because I'm like, oh my god, it's literally like an everyday battle. When am I gonna stop fighting this battle? But and not that it's not a good thing to like lean on your friends. Like I love the fact that I can lean on my friends and my family, and I'm so happy for when they answer.
Sorry, this is inspirational podcast, but I'm just losing it right now. Okay.
It's because like you just know what it's like.
No, I think I'm laughing at myself. Yeah.
Oh, you're laughing at yourself?
Well, just like the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm thankful that I can call my friends and family, and I want to be able to hold my own. How can I restabilize my nervous system and like come back to earth and know that it's like not like it's not all about me. So I think what I'm going to be doing going forward is just one, catching myself in the moment, and two, replacing the thought and the feeling, the habit of thinking I'm not good enough, and I'm going to think about what I love about what I do. Because when I think about what I love about what I do, like when I think about creating and about how much of a creative genius I am, because I do think I'm a fucking creative genius. I think I'm so freaking smart. Like when I came up with when the vision came to me of the podcast cover, I literally was like, I fucking ate with that. I still think I ate with that.
No, you did eat with it. The fact that my mom appreciated it though, by the way. My mom was like, the cover was amazing. She's like, I don't really understand what this little project is, but the cover eats. She didn't say that because she doesn't use those words.
Yeah, but that's basically what she said.
That's what she said.
In her own words.
Yeah, she's like, honey, I don't know what you're doing over there, baby, but you're eating.
It's giving me a life. But catching myself in it, changing my focus to the positive, because that's all I need. I need to think about all the positive things. I love creating. I love getting to share my stories with the world. I love getting to explore new ideas, and I love getting to share that. And I love when people relate to it. And I'm so freaking thankful for the people that listen. Thank you for listening. Also, if you're watching this right now and you like what we're saying and you want us to keep going, please drop a like, drop a comment, share with a friend, send to one friend you think would benefit from hearing this episode right now. Go ahead and share it. Thank you so much for listening. Also, Daniel wanted to point out,
can I say the name or no? First name?
Yeah, just like shout out Nikki.
Okay, Nikki, shout out. Thank you for your comment. She said, honestly, if you truly give it a chance, they have some great content. I got some motivation from hearing their stories and the journey along the way. Daniel's laugh makes me smile. Good luck to you guys. I'll be waiting on the next episode. That was gold.
That was so kind. Again, there's hate comments, but there are lots of love comments, and choosing to focus on the love and the positive, that's what really takes you out of circling around the negative and wanting to beat the horse. Like, and what did we talk about already what you would do?
No.
Okay. Let's get into that.
Okay. So this is how I'm not beating the dead horse, which some of this I've already started to do and I'm like think is really great. But when I have to be honest with myself, when I saw that I was unblocked, the whip appeared. The dead horse flew out of the earth and I was like, should I do it? And I was like, I don't know what it did for me, but it was like, it was so buried 10 feet deep. And I was like, oh, I'm over this. And then when that happened, I was like, there's no way. And I was like, I should start beating the dead horse. And then I was like, Daniel, have we learned nothing? So I think for me, it was just recognizing that like it did create an emotional reaction in me, right? Like accepting that it's okay to have feelings and to be a human, and that did something to me, and to like honor the space of what was. And I guess like the way that I am not like choosing to not beat the dead horse is, like I said, even though the whip has reappeared, the whole setup is set up for me to restart the process. Like if I wanted to like look at his page or comment something or DM him or go back around like the drain again, like I have I think, I mean, I haven't been doing it because I haven't been beating the dead horse.
You haven't been doing it.
So I haven't looked at his page at all. And for me, that is me not beating the dead horse. Is like, even if I don't
That's impressive that you haven't been looking at it at all.
like at all. And I think for me, like, I'm truly happy for him. I think whatever like paths he finds in life, like, great for him. And I need to be okay with the paths that I'm going down in life and not go back and beat the dead horse. And what I mean really by beating the dead horse for me would be circling back into those same patterns of like, you know, oh, what does this mean? What's the outcome of this? What's the consequence of this? How can I solve this? How can I be a better person? What can I do to be like a more healed version of myself? What it's saying is just like acknowledging that like all the equipment is there. If I want to beat the dead horse, I could, but I'm just going to leave the horse there with the whip, and I'm going to like sit with the emotions and acknowledgement that this is all there, and that those feelings maybe to reignite those bad poor habits are there. But this time, like, I'm not going to give myself the permission to re-engage or reignite this person that like I left in the past, because I did leave that person in the past, like, let's say like 6 months ago or 4 months ago, like not super recent, but like, or not super
Not a long time ago.
Yeah, like not a super long time ago, but like I put it down.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of myself for putting it down, but then certain things have like reignited it, I guess, that I thought wouldn't do it. But this time the difference is that like what I can do now that I couldn't do before is I'm letting myself feel the feelings, and I'm not using my like beating the dead horse to cause any harm to anyone. I'm not burning business cards. Any flames or torment that I feel within myself, like I need to figure that shit out for myself. Like any unresolved healing, like anything that makes me feel like, why don't I have a relationship, or like why are like any ways in which I could beat myself up to be more perfect so that someone would love me, like not this person, just in general. Like how do I put that aside and like deal with the fact that that's me?
Yeah.
Like what is beating this dead horse gonna do for me? Nothing. Like,
it's not getting you closer to your goals or your dreams.
No, like you said, like I want to get back on another horse. Like right now I'm in the process of paying off debt, and I want to travel, and I want to travel the world, and I want to like do good in my career, and I'm like loving medicine, and I'm enjoying being in Santa Maria, and I'm like opening myself up to going on dates and things like that, and I'm excited to do those types of things.
Yes.
And so I'm like more so looking, I guess, into like a future lens of how things can be so very different for me regardless of who that person is, without hoping that like without hoping the horse is gonna be resurrected, like without banking on the horse to resurrect, with just letting what maybe be. That for me is not beating the dead horse, even if those feelings or those things that I wish weren't a part of me like come up. Mm-hmm. Those things that I beat myself up about, like, why am I like this? Like, why am I so chaotic? Why am I not controlled? Like, why am I Daniel the way that I am, even on this podcast? And just accepting that that is who I am. And when those triggers and urges come up, to like recognize that that's me coming up. It's so easy to be like, you did this to me, but like what did those people who made negative comments do on the podcast, or about like a TikTok or this or that? Like, what does that say? What, like, other people's opinions that we don't even, like, people who like,
we don't even know these people, also the truth of it all. Like,
is it even a true reflection of us?
Is it a true reflection of us, or are the thoughts, like, are my insecure thoughts of I'm not good enough, is that truth? No, it's not truth.
And even if like someone comments something or doesn't believe that you're good enough, or even if some guy that I date thinks that I'm not good enough or whatever, like, it's not our job to then argue with them.
That part.
To be like, you're wrong. This is how great I am, and blah blah. Like,
and try to prove your worth and try to explain yourself or try to like grasp for their affection,
for their validation.
Like
sometimes healing is just realizing that like sometimes people just don't like you, or sometimes they do like you, but they just either because of you or because of them, they're not choosing you.
And that's okay.
Like, I think for me, not beating the dead horse is just admitting defeat. Like, okay, Daniel, like, you always want to be right. You always want to be perfect. You can outsmart medical school. Like, you can do all these things. But sometimes, like, you lose. And I resigned. And like, it's hard to resign. Like in chess, it's not fun.
Oh God.
To resign and be like, wow, you got me that good that I actually just have to resign, and like I can't even participate in this battle anymore. Like I resigned.
Like when you lose your queen the first freaking 5 moves.
Yeah, and you're just like, okay.
Well, that was fun. But then you drag out the whole game thinking you can like come back. Then there.
Yeah. So, I guess like I would just want to like say thank you for listening to me beat this dead horse, and thank you for like being, and even like our audience too, for just watching me go through this process in general, and to understand that like even though we're kind of like on this podcast like sort of like inspiring bigger mindsets and bigger growths in small environments, that like sometimes you still revisit old things and go back into like your small little environment or try to hide into your shell.
Yes.
And I just wanted to say thank you for like the fact that I know that there's going to be maybe someone who listens to this and just is like proud maybe of me or inspired by me, that I'm growing, like even as the podcast is going about, and some of these events are still like are in the recent past or just happened, and I'm choosing to be different. And I know that it's like an encouragement for me to keep going, to not,
you gotta lead by example,
right? Like for me to not fall back into my old self. Like it's a reminder for me, but then I think I really just am grateful that someone would listen to me talk about it, and I know that someone's gonna be like, damn, like I know what that feels like to want something, to think that you can control something, to love something so much, and then like the heartbreak of being like of surrendering to that when it doesn't work out. Like it's just devastating.
Sometimes you just gotta surrender. To close us out, I'm just so thankful for the opportunity to reflect. And I'm also thankful to have friends around me like you who want to grow with me. Like you want to grow on your own, and we can grow together and push each other to the next level, because I don't know where I would be if I didn't have you being like, girl, fuck them haters. Like you don't need to listen to them, or like you don't, like you are good enough. Or sometimes you don't even say, like, sometimes you don't validate me. You lead me to like validate myself. Like you're like, here you go in this direction. And I'm like, but I don't think I'm this, and I don't think like this. And you're like, really think about what you're saying right now. Really think about what you're saying. And then I think about it, and then I'm like, you are so right. And you didn't say anything. And I'll be like, I am so right. And I am so worthy, and I'm doing amazing. And what am I even in my head about for? What am I in my head about? If I have any advice for people out there, one, it's okay to beat the dead horse, but at some point we do need to stop. If you
Please, God, stop.
If you want to grow and get into the next phase of your life, you need to stop with that. Stop beating the horse, so you can move on with your life. And we're saying this with so much love, because you just need to stop. You need to cut it out. You need to
No, I know.
like get the energy out. You need to sage your room, sage your body, call a friend.
And I think also like
Move.
the thing I think about is like in his big analogy, beating the dead horse is like you beat the horse to death, but like like you can learn to love a horse again, or you can like revive that horse and this time not beat it to death and just let the horse be free.
Yeah. You could just honor the horse. Like the horse can just be dead.
Or it can just die.
It could just die. Like we think about the dead horse. Aw. R.I.P. horsey.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay, well, what's for lunch?
Horse meat.
Thank you all for listening so much. We'd love to know what dead horse you're trying to not be. Slide in our comments, slide into our DMs.
Yeah, if you want to like just comment, you and just say like anything about in which you've beat a dead horse that's similar to our dead horses, or in which you're beating a dead horse that you like want us to be aware of, please, like you can comment or send us a DM even on the podcast or have remind you. Yeah, and if you have like something like negative to say and you're beating that dead horse like about us, like please just, we're kind of trying to not do that. We get it.
We get it. You're obsessed with us. It's okay. I'm obsessed with me too. As in the words about a Sunray. You're obsessed with me.
Oh,
me
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Whatever she says. Follow our podcast on Spotify or Apple or wherever you get your podcasts. Subscribe for future episodes. Don't forget to oh my god, I haven't been talking to the fucking mic. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. My username is Nevada with an underscore. And Daniel's?
Mine is Danny, DANNY _ BLACKIE. Danny Blackie, but the Y and the IE doesn't match, and I'm kind of hard to find, but yet somehow people seem to find me pretty easily.
Follow our Instagram, Big in a Small Town. If y'all have any topics that you want us to talk about, if you need any advice, click the link in our Instagram description. We are taking comments, questions, anything. We'd love to answer. Or if you have something that's gay or sick in the head and you want us to judge it, please put that scenario in there too. Oh my god.
I love that. Thanks for joining episode 2. And honestly, girl. Okay, bye.
Bye. We can fade the music.